Katie and I are opposites. You hear this, opposites attract. That's very true. With us, Katie, she's a very gentle, patient, soft-spoken. I do this for a living. Very different. She's a rule follower. Rule followers make some noise. They always obey. Always obey. No, Katie's a rule follower, people pleaser to a fault. Y'all know this person. You married to this person. We can be in our own house. You know what I'm talking about? You can be in your own house, in your own living room. Katie walked up to me. She was like, is it okay if I sit next to you? I was like, yeah, what am I, your captor? Yes, sit down. Get that out of your system before we leave the house. Could you imagine we're out to eat? She's like, could I sit at the same table as you, sir? Yes, I promise I don't hit her. I promise, sit down. She's just like this. So pregnant Katie, extra rules, because if you're pregnant, you got to eat a certain way, sleeps, move a certain way. So every day she had a new rule for me, right? Every day she's like, Trey, be on guard. I cannot sit in a creek or eat burrata cheese. And I'm certainly not complaining, right? She's the one dealing with everything. I got the privilege of getting to see the love of my life, create life. Also, she had bigger squishies. But it was a roller coaster, right? Her hormones, she couldn't help this. She'd be too mean to me for sure, but she also was too nice to me, or it would freak me out, There's a time I walked in on her and she was just naked in the corner of her closet, crying. She looked like Schmeagol or something. I was like, babe, everything okay in here? Yeah. I was just thinking about how much I love you. And how there's a little you in my belly. And I'm gonna love him as much as I love you. I was like, shut up, you're freaking me out, shut up. Did you have some burrata cheese? What's happening? And all along the way, I would ask her this question. I got a kick out of this at her worst moments because, she's always said she wants numerous kids. So when she was going through it, I'd be like, you wanna do this whole process again? And no hesitation every time. She'd say, yes, absolutely, yes. And it blows my mind, y'all women will sign up for this time and time again. Thank God you do, right? Could you imagine if us men were responsible for creating life? We would have been extinct thousands of years ago. Thousands. 99% of us out of the gate, myself included, we wouldn't even sign up. We wouldn't. They'd be like, hey man, you want to get pregnant? You can't have beer or deli meat for 9 months. It's like, no. Why would I do that? Why? Or delivering a child? How long would it take us guys to give birth to a child, to deliver a human being? It already takes us an hour to deliver a Chipotle burrito. How long? My leg's asleep. But we started having children because Katie is a rule follower. She did all her research and she's like, Trey, we're in our 30s. Certain risks go up as you get older, and I want numerous kids. We should start having kids now. And it's kind of overwhelming to think we started having children not because we were really ready, but we're just running out of time. What I do for a living does not scream mature adult. I don't know, I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't know if it's preparing me for life's tougher things. My whole life I've just goofed off. Class clown. My mom got called by every teacher I ever had. And my mother, she would take great solace in this. She would always would be like, oh yeah, here's Trey again, Mr. Funny Man, funny Trey, yeah, funny. But one of these days, Trey, you have to get a job, you have to report to a boss, you stop goofing off. That's gotta be annoying. I never thought I'd be doing this. I feel so blessed. I feel like I'm doing what I'm called to do. And my mom's supportive, don't get me wrong. I think she's a little ticked about it, but, you know. But for a living, I kind of tell everyone to grow up. Maybe I need to grow up. Maybe having a child makes you reflect on how you grew up. And we've done so much for Thomas in just a short year. I had no idea my parents did all that for me. I had amazing parents. They're about to celebrate 40 years of marriage. They're amazing, yes. I had kind of a classic upbringing. My mom stayed at home, my dad worked. My mom, way too nice, I could get away with anything. Dad, he could get like too intense. You know, I always say if it was just me and my mom growing up, I would be in jail right now. And if it was just me and my father, he would be in jail. And I would be in a wheelchair. No, I know. I mean, some of y'all, I know you had a dad like that. Like, he never crossed the line, but he got pretty close. He got pretty close. Like, there's a handful of times I set my dad off. I meant to make him so mad, he'd just scream out the first punishment that came to the top of his head, storm off. About 20 minutes later, he'd walk back out. All right, your mother and I discussed it. We determined you actually do not have to carry me on your back to my job every day. As previously shouted. They were a great happy medium, the two of them, and I got my humor from them. They're always messing with each other, poking fun at us. It was a great atmosphere. My mom, she was the easy target, my poor mother. Just this last Thanksgiving, she always makes the turkey. I was giving her a hard time. I'm really laying into her. I'm like, Mom, you overdo the turkey. I gotta be honest, we have tools now. We can check when it's perfectly cooked, take it out. Because I don't know about y'all, Utah. I grew up in a household where they were like, we're pretty sure the meat's done. Let's cook it another 4 hours. I grew up dunking my chicken in water, just trying to get... I looked like Joey Chestnut on the 4th of July. Oh. It was like, pass the A1. Like, you don't need the flavor. I need the lubricant. I guess.